Welcome to the Onyx Path News with me, Matthew Dawkins, the Gentleman Gamer, and here we are in a very exciting week because we've just launched a new Kickstarter, so Kickstarter news already. We have The Contagion Chronicle. The Contagion Chronicle is the big crossover game for Chronicles of Darkness that allows you to play vampires, werewolves, mages, Prometheans, changelings, hunters, sin-eaters, mummies, demons, beasts and deviants in the same game, and, you know, rank and file mortals if you so wish. The main point of the Contagion Chronicle is to provide a setting and rule set that enables all of these creatures to work together. Not only do you have around a dozen settings in this particular book, you also have new playable factions that provide justification and encouragement for these creatures to work together. You also have a whole slew of powers that these creatures can use, known as vectors. I have no doubt we will do several videos on the subject of the Contagion Chronicle over the course of the Kickstarter's duration, but get in early so you can start previewing the manuscript early. All you need to do is back for $5 and you get access to the manuscript. You can back for PDF, you can back for print, and of course we will be aiming for stretch goals as well. Hopefully we will hit a few. I'm very excited for this one because I developed the Contagion Chronicle, but my hat goes off to all of the authors on this book. They did a fantastic job, they knocked it out of the park, and I really couldn't be happier with the work they turned in. Some new faces, some established writers as well, but they all brought their A game, and I hope you will agree. So, on from the Kickstarter news, straight on to Backerkit news. Now, Lunar's Fangs at the Gate isn't on Backerkit yet because the Kickstarter only just concluded, but don't forget that if you missed the Kickstarter for They Came From Beneath the Sea, for Chicago by Night, for Dystopia Rising Evolution, for, what else do we have? Dark Eras 2, for Geist the Sin-Eaters 2nd edition, for Trinity Continuum. There are a lot of games available on Backerkit that if you miss the Kickstarter, you can still pledge, you can still back on Backerkit and get access to that Prestige edition, that traditionally printed edition, that deluxe edition, depending on the game in question. So please do look us up on Backerkit. I have got a link to all of our games that are currently on Backerkit below in the description box. Don't miss out on this, because if you miss out on the highest quality version of the game you want, you'll end up kicking yourself later. Kickstartering yourself, if you like. Or not. So, new releases for this week. So it's an Exalted week this week. There's a lot of Exalted releases. I think we've got about 3 new releases, and I'm going to have to read them off because remembering 3 things for one video is quite a big ask for me, as you can imagine. I'm a very busy man. So we have Adversaries of the Righteous, the Bosoku Prodigal Son of the Swamps for Exalted 3rd Edition. We have Adversaries of the Righteous, the Quaghead Tribe. And we also have the 100 Devils Night Parade. Metody. I think it's Metody. I may have mispronounced all of those. Basically, we have a whole bunch of new antagonists that you can involve in your Exalted games. They are all available to buy and all findable on DriveThruRPG, but most importantly, they are all linked in the description box below. I think the thing I like most about the antagonists, well, mostly about Exalted 3rd Edition, is the art. I am in love with the art for Exalted, and I'm always a big fan of a monster manual, as you will be aware from previous videos. So I love collecting these things and dropping them into my games, or adapting them for the game of Scarred Lands I happen to be running. And that actually takes us on to Onyx Path Media. Onyx Path Media right now, that Red Moon role-playing, are just concluding as of this week that They Came From Beneath the Sea actual play Terror and Makeout point that I ran for them, and they will soon be going to a Scarred Lands actual play that I'm also running for them because apparently I have infinite time on my hands. We also have the Devil's Luck Gaming still running their fantastic Scarred Lands game in costume. It's worth checking out, even if you're not usually an actual play watcher. Check out Devil's Luck because the amount of effort they put into their videos is stunning. Caffeinated Conquests have also just concluded their Scion actual play, and they've just uploaded a review of it as well. I just did that on Twitch. I'll be linking to Caffeinated Conquests in the description below. On top of that, the Story Told podcast. They do all kinds of videos and podcasts, I should say, about Wraith the Oblivion 20th Anniversary Edition recently, and this week they'll be doing an interview about the Contagion Chronicle with myself, and that's going to be worth checking out too for when they upload it. There are a whole bunch of fantastic people right now. The Botch Pit. The Botch Pit, there's one I haven't mentioned before. They do excellent introductions to various Chronicles of Darkness games, and I'll link them below, because if there's a Chronicles of Darkness game you are unfamiliar with, check them out. Also, Josh Heath's Werewolf the Podcast. Werewolf the Podcast goes through the history of Werewolf the Apocalypse books. So if you want to listen to someone talk lovingly about the Werewolf books, that some of them are hits, some of them are misses, please do check out Werewolf the Podcast. And of course, the VTM 25 guys at Utility Muffin Labs are now going through the Dark Ages series for Vampire the Masquerade, and they are linked below as well. We have a lot of media presence right now, but don't let that stop us. If you want to start running an actual play of one of our games, if you want to start reviewing our games, get in touch with me, post in the comments below, or send me a message on this channel, because we will be able to hook you up with PDFs so that you can run those games. It's coverage for us, it's gameplay for you, everybody wins. Community content now, and in community content we have a couple of products I wanted to highlight. One for the Sluresian Vault for Scarred Lands, one for, in fact it's four for the Sluresian Vault for Scarred Lands. I'm amazed I didn't mention these ones before, but there's 4 volumes of the Gelspad Companion on the Sluresian Vault by Alain Giora. I may have mispronounced his name, apologies. Now Alain, or Alan, has basically been making a Gazette style campaign setting for Gelspad that contains everything from new pantheons to new characters to plot hooks and geographical oddities. They're all remarkably low price on the Sluresian Vault, and they're written with a great deal of love for the setting, so please do check out the Gelspad Companion. Now, as well as that, we also have for Pugmire and Monarchies of Mao, Reigning Cats and Dogs. Reigning as in ruling a country, but there's a play on words, you see, it's very clever. Volume 1, Illustrious Dogs, and this is by Benjamin L. Eastman and Matt Dunn. This is a book, and I'm amazed to say this, actually contains 24 new families of dogs. 24, and 11 examples of existing relics of man, and more adventure hooks than a good dog could hope to fetch. So, as the lawnmower has started up outside, just as I get to the tail end of this video, rather than push it more than I currently am, you bastards, I am not going to cut, I'm not going to edit, I am instead going to conclude this video by saying please check out the Contagion Chronicle Kickstarter in the description box below, and when I get to the end of this video I might stop to breathe. Thank you very much for watching.